Hi there. It's June, and that means that some of you are going to be packing for trips. When I was a kid, I used to go to camp in the summer. I got to go to North Carolina. And as a kid who lived in South Florida, you know how it is. The Floridians go to the mountains and the mountain people come to Florida. But I always really enjoyed it. And it was a 2-week camp. So I can remember I had this thing that even looked like a trunk, and they would send us a list of what we needed to pack for camp. I'm packing with you today for a different kind of a journey. Many of you know I've launched the podcast, The High Road to Leadership. And this is not just about a journey, which means you're traveling somewhere, but this is about a quest, which means that you're on the hunt to find something good. And what we're on the hunt to find is the very best of leadership skills, so you can have the most influence that you are designed and created to have with the people that you're assigned to influence, whether that's your business, your family, your community, you might be in politics, or whatever your call is. So what do you need to pack to go on a quest and travel on the high road to leadership? That's my question for you today. I'm Beverly Lewis. I am an executive trainer and speaker, and this is one of my favorite subjects, is leadership development. In one of my workshops, I have a handout that I use that's called a leadership scorecard. And it has a list of attributes that I walk the participants through a look at how they're doing with those attributes and which ones they want to work on. So I want to do that very briefly with you today, and I'm designing a new handout it'll look more like a packing list, that I want you to be able to look at it and think, okay, do I have enough of this, or do I need more, or do I not have any of this? So this is a big priority to start developing on that. And I've got it divided, the packing list, into these sections. I've got core values, attributes, attitudes, personal stuff, gear, the optional items, and one list called it kapu, which is a Hawaiian word for forbidden. In other words, leave it. Don't even think about packing it. And so I want to go through these things because I want you to listen, and I want you to think, and I want you to respond by sending me an email to beverly@beverlyspeaks.com if you want this list. And I would like to know what you would add to this list. So on core values, there are many core values, but I put what I consider the non-negotiables, which are integrity and honesty, vision, the ability to see ahead, and respect. Now, what core values do you consider non-negotiable that aren't on this list? Because some of the core values I put as attributes, and here are the attributes that I put, and I'd like for you to think about, okay, when I mention a strong work ethic, if you had to rate yourself between 1 to 10 on how much you have, 10 being you are just unstoppable, almost to the point that you need somebody to tell you to leave it alone and take a rest. If that's a 10, 1 is you're not very motivated, then where would you be? How about punctuality? How about consistency? How about focus? Decisiveness? Think about that. Rate yourself. Determination, knowledge, empathy and compassion, agility, emotional intelligence, which is relationship skills among a lot of other things, but let's call it relationship skills, oral and written communication skills. Are you articulate? 10? 1? Where are you? You need to pack more? How about resilience? I think all of us have raised our score on that in the last year. And the last one I put down today is team collaboration, the ability to get a team to work together. Collaborative abilities, collaborative mind, whatever you want to call it. Under attitudes, I put confidence, optimism, courage, and adaptability. Again, some of these could be moved to different categories. Under personal stuff, I put authenticity, self-awareness, humility, insight, passionate, faith, hope, and love. Those are pretty personal, not optional, in my opinion. And your gear. I put down a compass so you can know your direction. I put down a mind map so you know your why. Put down a telescope so you can keep your vision and look at the big picture and enjoy the beauty. And optional things I put as fun and music. Not optional for me, but maybe for you. And under the forbidden list, I put blame, unforgiveness, and negativity. So now, packing for the journey. How it's important to pack well. It's only vital to have the essentials. There are optionals, but that's why we have a list. If you want the list, email me at beverly@beverlyspeaks.com. And I'm asking this for a reason. This week's episode on the podcast is called Don't Judge Me, which, is a takeoff on some of the things that we've talked about before. Particularly my goal to be unoffendable, learn to sit down on the inside. I didn't even put that on the list. And again, for me, that's something that's a big thing to be on my list, is developing that quality of being unoffendable. But I want to know what you want to work on. And that's why I made a list, and I'm asking for you to respond. So look forward to going further along the road with you on this journey on the high road to leadership, which is a journey to success and significance. And I can tell you without a doubt, the best is yet to come. Thanks for joining me.